And we're about to get set here. The starting lineup's about to be introduced. And, you know, one thing about this, these two teams are very familiar with one another, as this is the third meeting of the season between the two schools. Clinton has won both games, winning 62-51 and 77-65. Oak Ridge leads the all-time series. Since 1943, when the first meeting took place. Oak Ridge leads the all-time series 94-39. Clinton has won the last 6 consecutive meetings between Oak Ridge and the Clinton Dragons, but prior to that, Oak Ridge had won 16 in a row, so it's been a streaky series here in the last 10 years or so.
As you said, David, it's been long back before my time here. It's been a series of streaks. You know, streaks are meant to be broken. Clinton's got 7, I think 6 in a row now, 6 or 7. 6. Hopefully it won't be 7 after tonight.
Tyson Marlowe, Matt Friels being introduced out on the floor here for the Clinton Dragons. Also getting a start tonight is Wesley Carmichael. He's a deadly outside shooter like all these guys are. At guard, number 10 is Diedrich Dye as well. And also the final starter is Jermaine Shepard. So we're about to have the tip-off of this basketball game here on AM 1290 WATO and Tennessee Cablevision Channel 12. The team's getting ready. The starting lineups have been introduced, and now it's time for basketball as the head coaches, Coach Don Lockhart, head coach, the longtime coach at Clinton High School, assisted by his son, Chris Lockhart, and Steve Reynolds. Oak Ridge coached by Chuck Carringer, assisted by Ricky Norris. Clinton comes in at 17-0. The Wildcats come in at 12-6. Halston Lane, Kenny Herring, Adrian Porter, Jordan Clark, and Greg Adams, the 5 starters for the Wildcats. Clinton wearing their all white jerseys. It looks like black trim, almost looks like Farragut uniforms as we look down on them for the first time. Halston Lane the jump for the Clinton Dragons. Wesley Carmichael, a senior, and we're underway. Ball up control by the Wildcats. Here comes Adrian Porter. Porter drives, pulls up, goes inside to a cutting Herring who takes the shot. Good. Oak Ridge takes the lead 2-0, and here come the Dragons down the floor. With the basketball, Diedrich Dye, outstanding basketball player like all these Clinton players are. Diedrich works the ball on the left side to number 33, Tyson Marlowe. Marlowe dribbles to the top of the key. The Wildcats come out in a diamond defense as they work the ball to the left side to Jermaine Shepard. Picked up by Kenny Herring. He had 49 points the other night. He guns up a 3 off the rim, actually hits nothing. Actually taken away by Diedrich Dye. Great offensive rebounder. Their guards do an excellent job getting rebounds. Oak Ridge in the lead 2-0. 7:21 to play in the first quarter. Diedrich against Porter, penetrates, kicks it back out to another fine shooter, Wesley Carmichael, who swings it around once again to Tyson Marlowe. Marlowe for 3, it's up, it's no good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge with the basketball, Greg Adams, and he's fouled. Foul will go against Tyson Marlowe. In the first meeting between these two schools, Oak Ridge got up by 10 after 1 quarter, but Clinton is so deadly with that 3-point shot. They're so good with their press. They won that ball game by 12.
David, you can't give Clinton any daylight at all. They'll knock down the 3.
Herring works it into Halston Lane. Halston backing up with his dribble, and now will bring the ball down the floor. Trailing him all the way is Tyson Marlowe. He works the ball to Herring. Kenny drives in, lost the dribble, taken on the floor by Porter. Adrian Porter back to Herring. The Wildcats with the basketball in the lead, 2-0, 6:52 to play. The number 2 ranked team in the state, the Clinton Dragons, 17-0 on the year, 8-0 in district play. Adrian Porter with the basketball, holding it over his head, gives it over to Jordan Clark. Clark with it over to Adams. Adams outside the line, harassed everywhere he goes by Tyson Marlowe. He stops, comes cross court to the freshman Adrian Porter. Porter right in front of the Clinton bench, 6.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Porter penetrates around a screen by Jordan Clark, goes in, kicks it back out. There's a 3, he won't take it. Adams back to Herring. Kenny drives in, inside intending it for Jordan Clark. The Wildcats set it up to Lane. Halston Lane inside to a cutting Adams for the layup. No good, he's fouled by Jermaine Shepard. Shepard picks up his first foul. The Wildcats were very, very patient working that offense, and they finally got the backdoor cut, and the Wildcats will be shooting free throws with Greg Adams.
David, it's great if they can get down there and be that patient every time down the floor, but once Clinton gets some buckets and starts that pressing defense, they might not be able to get into their half-court offense as well. But as you said, they did a great job waiting on the open look, and they found it to Greg as he makes his first free throw.
80% free throw shooter, knocks down that one. 6:16 to play in the first quarter, 3-0 Oak Ridge. Greg Adams back to the free throw line from a packed house at Clinton. Adams knocks down the free throw, 4-0 Oak Ridge, and here come the Dragons down the floor. Diedrich Dye, number 10, coming right at us as we broadcast from high above the end zone here at Clinton Senior High School. Off on the left side it goes to Carmichael. Carmichael cross court, throws the ball away. Wildcats get it on the turnover, and it'll be the Wildcats with it side court. Right in front of the Oak Ridge bench, it'll be Kenneth Herring to work the ball in. Kenny will work it in. Has yet to do so. Heavy pressure. In it comes to the freshman Porter. Porter in the rear court. Works out of it. Stops. Gives it over to Herring. Herring cross court to Halston Lane. Halston inside to Adams for the layup. No good. Battles for his own. He's tied up. They get the arrow. Wildcats had an easy one there. They just couldn't get it to go. Good defense by the Clinton Dragons to reach in and get the jump ball. 4-0 our score. Clinton basketball.
David, the Wildcats cannot afford to miss those easy buckets. They have to, every time they get an easy bucket, they have to make it, or else it'll be a long night.
Diedrich Dye down the floor, picked up by Porter. The freshman against the junior. Penetrates outside the arc all the way down to the corner. He kicks it over on the left side to Marlowe. Marlowe around the left side to Carmichael. Carmichael around the horn to Diedrich for three. It's on its way. No good. On the rebound, Clinton. They take one dribble and shoot. They miss it. On the rebound, Adams. Adams for the Wildcats to Herring. Here come the Wildcats. Trapped in rear court. Shepard almost committed his second foul. Here comes Porter. Porter dribbling through trouble. Works the ball all the way to the right corner and stops. Looks up high. Now penetrates back to the right. Goes in for the layup. It goes inside to Clark. Can't control the pass. Jordan had it. Just couldn't control it. Here come the Dragons down the floor. Diedrich Dye. Somebody needs to pick him up or he'll launch the three. It's on its way. Good. Diedrich Dye, outstanding shooter, knocks down the first points of the game for the Clinton Dragons. Here comes Herring. Down it goes to Adams. One dribble. Stops. Charge called against Adams. Nicely set up by Clinton's number 30, Wesley Carmichael. Wildcats have gotten the ball in on a couple of occasions. They've got to convert when they get inside.
David, one thing I just noticed, Jermaine Shepard is basically camping out down in the lane. The officials are not calling the 3 seconds here early on, but if you'll watch, he just stands down in the lane waiting to post up, and the officials won't call it.
Jermaine, an outstanding player, and he's getting ready right down here on the left block. Kenneth Herring on defense. Here comes Diedrich Dye down the floor. Diedrich outside the three-point stripe. It's a one-point game. Diedrich guns the three. It's on its way. No good. On the rebound will come Greg Adams of the Wildcats. Greg down the floor to Porter. 4-3 our score. 4:39 to play in the first quarter. Adrian Porter, the freshman against the junior, dribbles all the way down the floor. Porter outside the three-point line. Fires the pass out high here to Adams. Adams to Herring. Pass almost thrown away. It goes to Woofter. Woofter along the block. Drives in. Blocking foul called against Wesley Carmichael. That'll be his first. Team foul number 2 called against the Dragons. So Jordan Clark is out. Greg Woofter is in. Here comes James Booker into the ball game. He checks in for Adrian Porter. Wildcats with the basketball underneath the goal. It'll be Kenneth Herring to work the ball in. Kenny has yet to work it in. Needs to. Comes into Woofter. Greg Woofter then stripped of the ball. Picked up on the floor. A jump ball should be called, and it is. The Wildcats will get the basketball. Jermaine Shepard reaches in and ties up Kenneth Herring. The Wildcats have to guard the basketball down on the floor. Clinton did not go to school today or yesterday. I don't know if that'll have any effect on them. It'll be the Wildcats to work the ball in.
David, Jermaine Shepard looks really lackadaisical out there. He's already got his hands on his knees. Looks tired. I don't know if he's sick or not, but he hasn't played very well up to this point.
Adams for three, missed it. He's not sick. He pulled down that board and got up to get it. Jermaine Shepard down the floor with the basketball. Jermaine looks like he wants to shoot. Penetrates in, he does. It's on its way, short. Woofter on the rebound. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Here it comes to Kenneth Herring. Kenneth down the floor. The Wildcats in the lead, 4-3. Booker with the basketball. Back to Herring, it goes to Woofter. Woofter stops, pops, drops. Woofter hits the shot, his first two, and the Wildcats lead 6-3. 3:48 to play in the first quarter. Here come the Dragons down the floor. With the basketball will come Diedrich Dye. Diedrich Dye at the midcourt line. Picked up by Kenneth Herring. He's going to shoot it. Here he drives left, sets it out to number 13 in the ball game, Michael Kirkpatrick. Another fine player for the Clinton Dragons. Looking inside, Oak Ridge fans are yelling that Shepard's in the lane forever. Back out to the top, three-pointer on its way. Good. Three-point shot made good by Wesley Carmichael. And here come the Wildcats down the floor, and a whistle blows and a holding foul is going to be called against Clinton. It'll go against number 13, Michael Kirkpatrick. That'll be team foul number 4 called against the Dragons. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball, Halston Lane to work the ball in. Wildcats playing with Booker, Woofter, and now Kevin McMahon's going to come in the ball game along with Adrian Porter. Out will go Adams and Herring. The Wildcats will work the ball in with Halston Lane, tied at 6, 3:21 to play in the first quarter. Halston works it in to McMahon to Booker. Here comes James. The long pass. Shouldn't have gone cross court with it. sophomore mistake there, and the Wildcats turn the ball over. With it will come number 30, Wesley Carmichael. Wildcats had an outlet down the left sideline if he continued on that path, but he turns the ball back over. Back out high it goes once again to Carmichael. Carmichael back to Patterson. Lots of noise being made by both student sections across the gym. Clinton closer to us, the Oak Ridge student section. Dedrick Dye with 2:55 to play. They work it off in the left corner. Driving with it once again will come Carmichael. Carmichael back out to Dye. Defense being applied by James Booker on Jermaine Shepard. Big battle going on the inside. He slings the ball back to Kirkpatrick for a shot, which is no good. Jermaine Shepard on the rebound, no good, but he draws the foul. Jermaine just reaches over and tells the official that James Booker is holding him, and Jermaine will go to the free throw line. 2:38 to play, 6-6 to score. Jermaine Shepard at the free throw line. Shepard is yet to score. This will be his first attempts from the free throw line. Shepard is a junior. Looking at the shot to give his team the lead. Shot is good. Jermaine has his first point of the ball game. Had 49 the other night, which is a Clinton school record. Off the bench for the Dragons will come Michael Patterson. Checking out of the ball game will come Matt Friels. Back to the free throw line will go Jermaine Shepard. 7-6 to score. Clinton on top. Toss, good. Clinton by 2. Oak Ridge basketball. Halston works it into Kevin McMahon. McMahon in the rear court, double teamed and trapped. Dribbles the ball down the floor to Booker. Booker down the floor, stops, might have walked. It throws the ball away anyway. Saved by McMahon, then knocked out by Clinton. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats will get it on the turnover as the Clinton, it's a good call. The Clinton guy reached in his hand, deflected it out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball, side court. The Clinton fans don't like it. I think they're going to say one of the Clinton players came up and deflected it out off the bench. And I think now Dedrick Dye and the official talking about it. I'd love to see that one on camera once again. I thought with my real eyes that was a good call.
That was a good call, David. I believe that's Jody Goins over there. Here's the pass inside to Halston, and he'll be fouled. That was, as the foul will be called on number 30, Wesley Carmichael, but that was a good call on the sideline.
2:27 to play in the first quarter. It'll be number 40, Matt Friels, coming back in the ball game, and Carmichael with his second foul comes out of the ball game, and Halston Lane will go to the free throw line. 8-6 our score. It's a 2-point lead for the Dragons. Halston's yet to score in the ball game. Misses that shot. We'll have another. It's been a long time since I saw this gym filled like this. Not a seat to be found here on both sides as Lane knocks down that one. Had 26 points in the championship ball game against Clinton at the Super 16 tournament. Here comes Dedrick Dye down the floor. It's a 1-point game, 8-7 the score. 2:19 to play in the first quarter. Clinton basketball. The Wildcats working hard defensively. Kirkpatrick comes cross court. Nice little pass. Here's the shot. Good. Nice shot by Matt Friels, and it's a 3-point Dragon lead. Here comes Halston Lane dribbling. Over it goes to Booker. Works the ball and throws the ball away. Wildcats turn the ball over, playing with Halston Lane, Greg Woofter, Kevin McMahon, Adrian Porter, and James Booker. But now Booker and Lane come out. Adrian Hill and Kenneth Herring check in. You've got to guard the basketball. 10-7 the score. Clinton is so effective with their press. Dedrick Dye dribbling to the top of the circle all the way to the baseline, pulls up and shoots. Off balance shot, no good. On the rebound, Kenneth Herring. Kenneth Herring back to Adrian Porter. Porter bringing the ball down the floor, goes right past Dedrick Dye, spinning at the midcourt line, loops the ball to Herring. Kenny Herring drives. There's McMahon driving in, getting a screen, throws the ball to a Dragon. Picked up by Kirkpatrick. Wildcats turn the ball over again. It's a 3-point game for the Dragons. Down the floor, Michael Kirkpatrick. He drives, he stops, goes inside for the shot. Good! Matt Friels scores. And back the other way will come Oak Ridge. Kevin McMahon in the rear court, 12-7 the score. Wildcats down the floor with Kenneth Herring. Comes cross court to Cutting Hill. He walks, goes in for the shot. He's fouled. Adrian Hill went in for the jam. He might have walked as he made his approach to the goal, but no travel was called against the Wildcats. The foul is going to be called against Clinton. Oak Ridge somehow found Hill just wide open down there, and Adrian will go to the free throw line. 12-7 the score, and Kevin McMahon will check out of the ball game. Too many turnovers here in the last few minutes. The Dragons just take advantage of every mistake you make.
David, I believe Coach Carringer said he wanted to keep the turnovers under 15, and if the Wildcats continue on this pace, they will not do that.
Adrian shoots. It's good. Hill closes the gap back to 4. 12-8 the score. 1:22 to play in the first quarter. The senior eyes it. Looks at the second toss. on its way. It's good. Adrian Hill knocks down both free throws, and it's a 3-point game. 12-9 the score. Here come the Clinton Dragons. Dedrick Dye down the floor, brings the ball to the midcourt line. Works it over to Michael Kirkpatrick. Won't take the three. Back it goes to Dye. A minute 10 and counting in the first quarter. Kirkpatrick, he'll take the three. It's on its way. Hits the rim, no good. On the rebound, knocked out by Clinton. Clinton not really shooting the three as effectively as we've seen him in previous games. They already have 2 in the ball game, but they're only 2 of 5 from the ball game. Here comes Oak Ridge working it into the freshman Porter. Adrian Porter in the rear court gives it off to Hill. Hill throws the ball up high to Herring. Kenny stops, drives, will not shoot. Now drives the baseline, falls down, gives it over to Woofter, an 8-footer. Good. Woofter scores his 4th, and the Wildcats trail by 1. 12-11 the score, 49 seconds to play in the first quarter. Down the floor will come Dedrick Dye. Met at the midcourt line by Adrian Porter. He stops. Works the ball to the left side. Off it goes to Friels. Friels comes cross court back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick right in front of Chuck Carringer. Back to Friels. He guns. It's no good. Woofter on the rebound to Adams. Adams with the basketball. Bounce pass down to Porter. 29 seconds to play. Here comes Kenny. Kenny drives. Out of control. Fouled. Tough call against Clinton because Kenny was way out of control, tried to split through 2 defenders. They're going to call a personal foul. The 7th foul called against Clinton on Tyson Marlowe, and Kenny Herring will go to the free throw line.
That's his 2nd foul, David.
25.6 seconds to play. Kenny can give Oak Ridge the lead if he can knock down both free throws. Clinton, not as aggressive as we saw them. I said that in the girls' game as we saw them at Bearden as Kenny goes to the free throw line. But you think about Clinton, when they get hot, they get hot. As the free throw is on its way, Herring missed it. Woofter back up on the rebound, no good, and it goes out of bounds. Wildcats missed the front end of the 1 in the bonus, and Clinton has the basketball. 12-11 the score, the Dragons by 1. 22.6 seconds to play. Here comes Jermaine Shepard, number 3, dribbling the ball down the floor. He's going to take the final shot. 15 seconds to play. Jermaine will take Kenny one-on-one. 11 seconds. Off it goes to Friels. Friels inside to Patterson. Patterson kicks it back out to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick to Friels. Somebody needs to pick him up. Back to Shepard. He throws the ball back in the rear court. Kenny at the buzzer. Won't get the shot off as the first quarter comes to a close. Wildcats trail it 12-11, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Kenny, if he goes right at it, he gets it and lays it off. Shepard, I think you're right. Let's not say that. Let's not say that.
They're blocking control cars. These need to be moved or they will have to be towed.
Okay.
If you're walking control car in the rear of the kids, you need to move that or they will be towed.
Back here at the Clinton Senior High School gym, Nabil Abdul-Rahman in the ball game. And here comes the Dragons coming down the floor, leading Oak Ridge 12-11. Oak Ridge comes out. Kenneth Herring, Adrian Porter, along with Greg Adams and Greg Woofter. Clinton basketball, Michael Kirkpatrick to Friels. Friels works the ball back to Nabil. Nabil back to the top of the key. Off it goes once again to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick back to Abdul-Rahman. Back to Kirkpatrick. It's a 1-point game, 12-11. 7:39 to play. Nabil thought about a 3, won't take it. Nabil swings the ball back out to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick outside the arc, about 10 feet out. Works the ball back to Abdul-Rahman. Nabil once again back to Kirkpatrick. There's the 3. It's on its way. Hits the rim, no good. Clinton gets the rebound. Shot. No good. Again, no good. Taken away by Halston, saved by Porter, then lost by Oak Ridge. Wildcats battled. Clinton will have the basketball underneath the goal. To work the ball in, I think will be number 13, Michael Kirkpatrick. No, as Jermaine Shepard checks back in. Out of the ball game will go Kirkpatrick. It'll be Nabil Abdul-Rahman to work the ball in. It's a 1-point Dragon lead, 12-11. Abdul-Rahman works it into Dedrick Dye. Dedrick works the dribble to the left side extension of the free throw line, and the bill for 3. It's a big shot. It's an air ball. No good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge. Kenny Herring down the floor. Dedrick Dye in pursuit. He's going to take him to the hole, and he scores! Great drive. Kenneth Herring. His 4th point, and the Wildcats lead by 1. Dedrick Dye outside the line. 13-12 the score. 6:57 to play here in the first half. Dedrick calls the plays. He works the dribble on the left side. Off it goes to Abdul-Rahman. Abdul-Rahman loops it back to Nabil, or to Dye. Dye at the midcourt line, picked up by Kenneth Herring. Coming down to the left corner is Matt Friels. Let's see if he gives it to him. Away from the ball, foul is going to be called against Adrian Porter. He fouls Jermaine Shepard. 4th team foul called against the Wildcats. Adrian and Jermaine exchange a few words. It's a freshman talking to a junior down there as Clinton substitutes once again. The good shooting Tyson Marlowe checks him. Out of the ball game will go Nabil Abdul-Rahman. It'll be Matt Friels to work the ball in. The Wildcats in the lead, 13-12, 6:39 to play in the first half. Diedrich Dye across the midcourt stripe, dribbles off on the left side, picked up by Porter, penetrates in, works the ball inside Patterson, shot, good. Michael Patterson scores. Here comes Oak Ridge against the press. Wildcats work it into Adams. Greg Adams, back it goes to Porter. Porter down the floor for the Wildcats. They had somebody wide open. That was Kenny. The pass goes to him. He drives, he lays it in, and he scores. 6 points in the game for Kenny Herring, and Patterson got burned down the floor, and the Wildcats lead by 1. 15-14 the score, 6 minutes to play in the first half. Here comes Jermaine Shepard down the floor, picked up by Herring. Jermaine swings the ball on the left side of Marlowe. Tyson Marlowe back to Shepard. Kenny staying right in his face. Jermaine now penetrates in, throws up a shot, clanging off the iron, no good. Tracked down by Kenneth Herring, and it'll be Oak Ridge's basketball. I think you're right, perhaps, about Jermaine Shepard. He definitely doesn't have the fire that we've seen him, and I don't know if this flu bug going around Anderson County is affecting him at all, but he's definitely not playing with the same kind of fire, not even a smile that we're so accustomed to seeing down on his face.
He's 0 for 5 from the floor, David. He just doesn't look like he's all here tonight. He just looks slow for some reason. I guess he's got the flu or something.
James Booker with the basketball down the floor for Oak Ridge. Penetrates and out of control, lost it. Turns the ball over. Taken away by Tyson Marlowe. He throws the ball away. Tracked down nicely, then off the face of Diedrich Dye out of bounds. Oh, they missed the call. It was off of Diedrich Dye's face, and boy, he missed that one. We had the best view in the house of it. It'll be Clinton basketball. Oak Ridge in the lead, 15-14. Clinton works it into Diedrich. Diedrich, great three-point shooter. Throws it up and misses it. On the rebound will come Jermaine Shepard. Shepard in the right corner, penetrates back in, wants to shoot, cannot. Backs it up, Diedrich again. They gave him the shot, he missed it again. Rebounded by Greg Adams. It'll be once again Clinton with the basketball. It goes off his fingertips. Both Diedrich and Jermaine struggling from the field. It'll be Oak Ridge back on defense. Clinton to work the ball in. Then it comes to Dye. 5:19 to play in the first half. Oak Ridge in the lead, 15-14. Marlowe penetrates. Might have walked. Comes cross court. Out it goes to Friels. Back to Dye. Diedrich picked up by Porter. Looking inside. The girls won tonight. So did the junior varsity. Diedrich for three. No. Yes, it is good. Got the roll. Good shooters continue to shoot, and that's what he did. And here comes the Wildcats down the floor with Booker to Porter. The Wildcats will come cross court with a pass to Halston Lane. Halston outside, penetrates in, goes inside. Great pass inside to Adams. He's fouled. Wildcats trail by 2, 17-15, and the personal foul's called against Clinton. I think it'll go against Matt Friels. If that's the case, that'll be his second personal foul. Good shooters shoot, and Diedrich kept firing it up and finally knocked it down.
David, he missed 3 threes in a row before he finally hit that last one. Yeah, he's got 6 points in the ball game, 2 of 5 from the three-point arc. But you know, like you said, good shooters keep shooting, and he kept shooting it.
Greg missed the free throw. He has 2 points in the ball game, 2 of 3 from the line. Back to the free throw line once again. Adams, toss good. It's a 1-point ball game as Kevin McMahon and Kenneth Herring check back in the ball game. Out will go Porter and Adams. Jordan Clark's in the ball game, along with Greg Woofter, Booker, McMahon, and Halston Lane. Jermaine Shepard, Tyson Marlowe, along with number 30 in the ball game, Wesley Carmichael, Diedrich Dye, and Nabil Abdul-Rahman. 4:43 to play in the first half. 17-16 the score. The Clinton Dragons by 1. Diedrich working the dribble to the right. Kicks it back out to Marlowe. Marlowe drives, stops, pops. No good. The Wildcats can't buy a rebound. Jermaine back up with the shot. Good. Great offensive play. Then he stares off towards the Oak Ridge student section. That's going to get Jermaine fired up. It's a 3-point game. Down the floor comes Kevin McMahon. McMahon outside the line, picked up by Abdul-Rahman inside to Woofter. Woofter drives in, lays it up. Good. Woofter easily scores, and he has 6 points, and Oak Ridge trails by 1, 19-18. Clinton, the number 2 ranked team in the state, 17-0. What a year they're having. Diedrich Dye down the floor, off it goes, up high here to Carmichael. Carmichael to Marlowe. Tyson Marlowe comes cross court, back to Carmichael, around to Abdul-Rahman. Nabil comes cross court once again to Marlowe. Little head fake, goes inside, throws up a shot, no good. Kenneth Herring on the rebound for the Wildcats. Kenny, coast to coast, stops, pops, won't drop. On the rebound will come Clinton. Pulling down the board, Wesley Carmichael. He works the ball to Diedrich Dye. Diedrich Dye picked up by Herring. Lost the dribble, grabs it, comes out to the top. Driving with it will come Carmichael. Stops, shoots, good! Carmichael scores his 4th. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor with McMahon. Kevin McMahon in the rear court. They collapse back into their half-court defense. The Wildcats bring it down the floor. McMahon penetrates, gives it over to Herring. Inside it goes Lane. Layup good. Halston Lane scores. And it's a one-point game. 21-20 the score. Clinton by 1. 3:06 to play, and the Dragons will call a timeout. 21-20 Clinton. We'll be back in 30 seconds. David Clary, Ryan Gooch, Chris Boyd, along with Philip Leander, Jeff Sharon, Paul Nazarevich back here at Clinton. 21-20, the Dragons on top. 3:05 to play in the first half.
And David, Jermaine Shepard just went back to the Clinton locker room for some reason. I'm not sure why, but he checked out of the ball game and in-checked Nabil Rabdul-Rahman.
Maybe we can get a report on that as Diedrich Dye works for 3. No good on the rebound. Clinton had it, lost it. Whose ball? Clinton. Wildcats getting killed on the boards. Clinton doing an outstanding job getting more than one shot at it as the Dragons will work the ball in with Michael Cody Hendricks. He works the ball in up high and it comes to Diedrich Dye. 21-20 the score. The Dragons on top. 2:45 to play in the first half. Diedrich Dye being harassed by James Booker. He works the ball back to the right side to Hendricks. Hendricks back to Dye. Diedrich stops. Fires it out to Tyson Marlowe. Marlowe inside to Carmichael, lost the ball. Picked it up on the floor, kicks it back out, wide open 3, no good. Kevin McMahon on the rebound. Kevin takes it coast to coast against Diedrich, and he's fouled. Clinton will see Oak Ridge shoot free throws again. I think that's the 9th team foul, maybe even the 10th. We'll have to see who the foul's called against. It'll be the 9th foul, 1 in the bonus for the Wildcats. It'll be called against Tyson Marlowe, his second personal foul as Booker checks out, Porter checks in, Kevin McMahon to the free throw line for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge trailing 21-20. Kevin to the free throw line. The senior is yet to score. He'll have the 1 in the bonus. He can tie it with the first toss. Does he? He does. Tie game. 21-21 the score. Kevin McMahon was the leading scorer in the first game against Clinton. He had 11 points. Wildcats lost that game 62-51. Kevin McMahon to give his team the lead. Does he? He does. Shot good. And the Wildcats lead 22-21. Back in the ball game for Clinton will come Patterson. Let's see. Nabil comes out of the ball game. Clinton playing with Carmichael, Patterson, along with Hendricks, Dye, and Marlowe. The Wildcats playing with Adams, Porter, Herring, Woofter, and Lane. 22-21 Oak Ridge. 2:10 to play in the first half. Clinton basketball. Tyson Marlowe on the left side. Back it goes to Hendricks. Hendricks to Marlowe, looking inside to Patterson. Can't get the ball to him. There's Dye. Picked up by Porter. Still dribbling. Gets a screen, and Diedrich brings it back to the top of the circle. He looks like he wants to fire it up. Now he backs up with Porter right in his face. The freshman against the junior. Slings the pass into Marlowe, who looks inside to Patterson, who comes cross court. Inside to Hendricks. Inside to Carmichael. Carmichael shoots. Missed it. Woofter on the rebound for the Wildcats. To Kenneth Herring. Here come the Wildcats running. Kenny waits. Now penetrates. Goes out of control and throws the ball to the moon. The Wildcats turn the ball over. He threw that ball a good 20 feet up in the air, hit the far side. Oak Ridge fans thought it was tipped, but I guess it wasn't. 22-21 the score. 1:28 to play in the first half. Diedrich Dye down the floor for the Clinton Dragons. Diedrich dribbling, penetrating, turning, kicking it back out to Marlowe. Marlowe dribbles to the top of the key. He stops. Block shot. Goes out of bounds. Clinton basketball. Once again, the Dragons will try to work it in, trailing Oak Ridge 22-21. Here comes Jermaine Shepard back in the ball game. Out of the contest will come Tyson Marlowe. The mere presence of Jermaine Shepard changes the whole way the Wildcats strategy comes up defensively. Kenneth Herring steals the pass. Diedrich then grabs it right back. Great hustle by Kenny on an errant pass. Jermaine's up here on the light left. They go to Patterson. Patterson drives. Kicks it back out, throws the ball away, intercepted by Greg Adams. Adams, coast to coast against Dye, stripped of the ball, grabs it right back, picked up by Woofter, he's fouled. Patterson commits the foul, 2-shot foul, to the free throw line will go Oak Ridge. That's the second foul called, I do believe, against Patterson. Oak Ridge in the lead, 22-21, and at the free throw line will go Oak Ridge, 2 shots. We're in the double bonus, 10th team foul called against Clinton. It'll be Greg Woofter at the free throw line.
That foul was on Diedrich Dye, excuse me. It looked like for a second it was going to be on Patterson as Woofter goes to the line, misses the first one.
Wildcats missed the toss. As I mentioned, it's a double bonus foul.
Greg on the year is shooting around 50%. As he goes to the second one, he makes it.
Oak Ridge in the lead by 2, 23-21. Booker and Hill check in. Out will go Herring and Lane. 23-21. The Wildcats trail by 1 at the half at Bearden. We're under a minute to play in the first half. Here comes Clinton down the floor. Diedrich Dye walking the ball across the time stripe. Still dribbling. Picked up by Porter. Comes off on the right side, lost his dribble, wants to penetrate, goes inside, kicks it back out to Carmichael. Back to Carmichael, he shoots. He missed it. Three-pointer missed, taken away by Adrian Porter of the Wildcats. Adrian is then going to be called for an out-of-bounds play, and I think the Wildcats turned the ball over. Good call by the official along the sideline. 23-21 the score. Clinton basketball, side court. Once again, it'll be Kirkpatrick as Nicole Polpus will be my halftime guest. We'll hope you'll stay tuned for that. 34 seconds and counting. Wildcats in the lead, 23-21. Clinton spreading the floor. Looks like a one-on-one situation for Diedrich Dye. Adrian Porter defensively against him. Here's Carmichael in the corner. He's an excellent three-point shooter. Diedrich letting the time tick down. Some movement underneath between Jermaine Shepard, Booker, and Woofter all over him. Diedrich spinning. Outside the arc, there's Carmichael. Carmichael unable to shoot. Back to Dye. Dye drives, stops, throws it up. No good. On the rebound, a foul is going to be called against Patterson. And the Wildcats will shoot 2 more free throws. 4.8 seconds to play in the first half. Clinton didn't execute that play extremely well. I think they wanted Carmichael, maybe, who was wide open here on the wing, to take the shot. Wildcats reading it quite well, picked him up quickly, then Dye penetrated in and wasn't able to get the shot that he wanted. Credit the Oak Ridge defense. It'll be Adrian Hill at the free throw line. Hill has 2 points in the ball game, 2 of 2 from the line. He'll have 2 shots here. 4.8 seconds to play, 23-21 Oak Ridge in the lead. Adrian shoots, good. The senior gives Oak Ridge a 3-point lead. 24-21 the score. Back to the free throw line, Adrian Hill. The senior eyes it, guns it, bang, hit it. And the Wildcats substitute Jordan Clark and McMahon in the ball game. This is exactly what happened the last time. Clinton got off a big 3 to get a little momentum. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Jermaine Shepard, 1, throws it up, fouled, shooting a 3, he'll get 3. Terrible time to commit a personal foul, but that's what they do, and Jermaine can tie it. Actually cannot. We'll have 3 free throws here. You don't want to commit a foul there. In that situation, it's a tough mistake by the Wildcats.
Jermaine's got 4 points on the night. He's 2 of 2 from the line. He'll have 2 shots coming here.
He'll go to the free throw line. Jermaine looks at the first one. Bricks it. No good. He'll have 2 more. Or 1 more. He'll have 2 more. Correct. Jermaine Shepard had 49 the other night. Gunning his second. Good. Nothing but net. Shepard back to the free throw line in a 3-point lead for the Wildcats. 25-22 the score. Jermaine Shepard takes 5 dribbles. Eyes the cylinder. The junior with 0.3 seconds. Hits the shot. Good. The Wildcats substitute Lane in the ballgame. Let's see if they go with that little home run play where they go with the full court pass and try to get the alley-oop. They only have 0.3 seconds to play. They're not going to do it. They're just going to hold it, go to the locker room leading 25-23. Of the ball game against the Dragons. They've beaten Oak Ridge twice already this year. In fact, Clinton riding a 6-game winning streak against Oak Ridge. The Wildcats lead the all-time series 94-39, but Clinton has really dominated the last few games. Oak Ridge has not won a ball game since 1996. The Wildcats had won 16 consecutive games over the Dragons until this little stretch of time. Clinton is undefeated, 17-0, and they have an outstanding basketball team. Just not as sharp as they normally are tonight, and that's the only time you really hope that you can catch a team like Clinton on an off night, and the Wildcats apparently have, but we still have a lot of basketball to be played. I know the way this team can score points in a hurry, so it's going to be an exciting second half. 25-23 the score. Don Lockhart, an excellent coach, assisted by Chris Lockhart and Steve Reynolds. As I mentioned, they're 17-0 in the district. They're undefeated, 8-0. The Wildcats 5-2 in the district. The Wildcats will see Clinton get the basketball first, as Oak Ridge will get the basketball first, leading 25-23. Greg Adams, Greg Woofter, Halston Lane, Adrian Porter, as the Wildcats working into Woofter. Woofter guarded in the rear court by Shepard, gives it out to Adams. Greg Adams waits, gives it off to Porter. A little bit more aggressive on the part of Jermaine Shepard against Porter. He works it over to Adams inside Halston Lane, driving inside. Great pass inside Woofter for the shot. Good. Wildcats got the penetration. 9 points in the ball game for Woofter, and it's a 4-point lead for the Wildcats. 27-23 the score. Wesley Carmichael outside the line to Dedrick Dye. They come out with Dye, Carmichael, Friels, along with Shepard, and number 34 in the ball game, as I mentioned, Michael Hill. There's a three-point shot, is good. Three-point shot by Carmichael. Like I said, these guys can light it up. You don't want to get them hot because Clinton can shoot the basketball. As Oak Ridge brings the ball down the floor, leading by 1. Porter comes all the way down the floor, pulls up and shoots, knocks it down good. First 2 points of the game for Adrian Porter, and Oak Ridge's lead is 3. 29-26 the score, 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Dedrick Dye down the floor, the Wildcats working hard defensively. Dye off on the left side, backs it over to Michael Hill. Hill back to the top to Dedrick Dye. 6:49 and counting in the third quarter. A 3-point lead for the Wildcats. 29-26. Another 3-point shot blocked by Woofter. Wildcats with the basketball to Herring. Kenny, bounce pass left side. Porter back to Herring. Grabs it on the floor, does Porter. The Wildcats set it up. Kenny looks a bit like he wants to go with the alley-oop, goes instead to Adams. Greg Adams outside the line to Halston. Halston drives, stops, lays it in. He's fouled. Blocking foul called against number 30, Wesley Carmichael. Halston will have 2 shots upcoming. Oak Ridge in the lead by 3, 29-26. What a big block a moment ago of Michael Hill's shot by Greg Woofter, way outside. Greg got that vertical up. It'll be Halston Lane to the free throw line. Halston had 26 points the last time the two teams played. He has 3 tonight. And holding as he misses the shot, he's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 29-26 Oak Ridge. Halston shoots, missed it, missed them both. Here comes Clinton down the floor. The Wildcats have to take advantage of every opportunity because Clinton can score points in a hurry, as I keep mentioning. 29-26, Dragon basketball. Michael Hill, guarded by Woofter. Up high goes to Dedrick Dye. 6:13 to play in the third quarter. Dedrick dribbling, guarded closely by Adrian Porter. Dedrick comes cross court, back to Hill. Shot partially rejected again, taken away by Adams. Adams down the floor to Herring. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Kenny, cross court to Porter. Wildcats set it up, leading by 3. Porter to Woofter, baseline jumper. Bang! Knocks it down. He's got 11. Down the floor will come the Clinton Dragons. 31-26 to score. Dedrick Dye down the floor. 5:45 to play in the third quarter. Dedrick, guarded closely by Adrian Porter. Sets up, penetrates in, throws up a prayer. It's not answered. They get the rebound. They score with Matt Friels. He scores his 6th point of the ball game, and the Wildcats turn the ball over. No, they don't. They're going to say Jermaine Shepard wasn't able to save it in time. 3-point Wildcat lead. Oak Ridge is going to maintain possession. Halston Lane will work the ball, and then it comes to Kenneth Herring. Herring in the rear court will bring the ball down the floor. 5:24 to play, third quarter, 3-point lead for the Wildcats. Halston Lane, the alley-oop to Woofter, has to track it down though. Goes inside to Adams. Greg drives, shoots, no good. Lane on the rebound, no good. Tip back up again, no good. The Wildcats had 2 shots, couldn't get them to fall. 3-point lead, 31-28. Here comes Clinton. 5:06 to play. Dedrick drives, stops, shoots, no good. On the rebound, Greg Adams. Adams to Kenny Herring. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. The Wildcats will slow it down because they're not pressuring. No need to hurry. Kenny Herring down the floor now, penetrates in, kicks the ball off on the left side. Last touch by Clinton. Oak Ridge basketball. Kenny was a little bit, looked like he wanted to just charge on down the floor, but wisely decided to slow it down, and the Wildcats will see Clinton substitute. It'll be Michael Kirkpatrick coming in for Michael Hill. Oak Ridge with the basketball and a 3-point lead. In it comes to Porter, wide open 10-footer. Bang! No, he missed it, but Halston Lane on the rebound. Good! Halston Lane knocks it down, and it's a 5-point lead for the Wildcats, and that's 5 for Halston. 33-28 the score, 4:38 to play in the third quarter. Here comes Jermaine Shepard. Shepard, cross court out to Carmichael. Carmichael backs up. Coach Don Lockhart yelling out instructions out on the floor to his team, the Clinton Dragons. He's the longtime coach. Michael Kirkpatrick thought about a 3, won't take it. Back to Carmichael. Carmichael to the right corner to Friels, to Carmichael for 3, no good. On the rebound, Carmichael goes in for the shot, blows it. On the rebound, Kenneth Herring. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Kenny in the rear court needs some help. Gives it over to Halston Lane. 4:07 to play. Adams to Woofter. Inside to Halston. He turns, he spins, he drives, he shoots, he scores! And the Wildcats lead by 7. 35-28 the score, and Coach Lockhart wants a timeout. And listen to the Oak Ridge fans. 3:56 to play in the third quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Back here at Clinton, 35-28, a 7-point Wildcat lead, 3:51 to play, third quarter. Jermaine Shepard to Michael Kirkpatrick. Guarded by Greg Adams. He works the ball to Friels. He throws the ball away. Pass intercepted by Halston Lane. The Wildcats with 3:41 to play in the third quarter, leading by 7. Down the floor, it comes to Halston. Halston drives inside to Adams, knocked out by Patterson. But the Oak Ridge basketball, 3:33 to play in the third quarter, is 7-point Oak Ridge lead. Clinton 17-0 on the year, 8-0 in District 3 play. It'll be the Wildcats to work the ball in. Then it comes to James Booker. Booker dribbles, gives it out to Adams. Greg will drive. He'll stop. He shoots. No good. On the rebound, Diedrich Dye. Had a good shot, just wouldn't fall. Here come the Dragons. Diedrich setting up their offense with 3:23 to play in the third quarter. 7-point Oak Ridge lead. 35-28 the score. Diedrich to Michael Kirkpatrick. Won't take the shot. There's a wide open Friels. Back to Kirkpatrick. It's on its way. Air ball. No good. Oak Ridge basketball. Clinton really struggling. They can really not find their range. And I don't know about it, Ryan Gooch, but it might be, as a timeout is asked for, let's hold it right here. You know, they haven't been in school yesterday and today. You get out of your routine, and who knows, some of these guys may be feeling a little bit more ill than we know. And Clinton just not playing like what we know they can play. This is an excellent, excellent team. You don't get to be the number 2 ranked team in the state, 17-0 this late in the year, and not have a great team. Just tonight, they just come out a little flat.
They have come out a little flat, David, but, you know, they can wake up any time now and just go crazy and score about 15 points in about a minute and a half, because maybe not a minute and a half, but about a 3-minute, David says probably, but, you know, you can't count this team out ever. You know, they could be down by 20 and come back and win the ball game, so this game is not over by any means.
Halston Lane to work the ball in, and it comes to Kenneth Herring. The Wildcats with 3:08 to play in the third quarter, leading 35-28. Kenneth Herring, guarded by Diedrich Dye, brings the ball down to Halston Lane. He drives, still dribbling, gives it back out to Herring. 2:58 to play, some motion in the Oak Ridge offense as they are playing a man-to-man. Kevin McMahon penetrates in, lost the dribble. Diedrich Dye picks his pocket, takes it coast to coast. Booker quickly down the floor, takes it in and scores. Wildcats turn the ball over out on the open floor. 2:46 to play in the third quarter. They close the gap to 5, and at the free throw line for one shot will go Diedrich Dye.
Hey, David, is it a technical foul if you hang on the rim after the play?
As Dye goes to the free throw line, 35-30 the score, 2:46 to play in the third quarter. Dye shoots, big play for them. Big swing. Down the floor will come Kenneth Herring. Herring with the basketball. In the rear court, brings the ball down the floor. Kenny, guarded by Jermaine Shepard, works out of trouble. 2:35 to play to Adrian Hill. The Wildcats counting it down, up by 4. They were up by 7 just a moment ago. A 3-point swing after a turnover and a free throw. Kevin McMahon, Booker, he guns, it's on his way, no good. Down the floor once again become the Dragons. Here comes that flurry. 2:19 to play, it's a 4-point game. Jermaine Shepard has trouble with his dribble, fires it out to Dye. Diedrich Dye with 2:12 to play in the ball game. 2:09 to play. Diedrich penetrates in. Wanted to shoot, kicks it back out to Kirkpatrick, to Patterson. Patterson shoots, no good. On the rebound, Adrian Hill. Hill to Kevin McMahon. And then he lost the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Clinton. 1:58 to play in the third quarter. McMahon will work the ball in. 35-31 Oak Ridge. In the lead by 4. 1:57 to play in the third quarter. Kenneth Herring down the floor for the Wildcats. Picked up by Michael Kirkpatrick. Over it goes to Booker. Booker stops, finds Herring free. Kenny won't take the shot. Looks inside Woofter, double team. But great defense being applied by Matt Friels. Kenny penetrates, fires throws the ball away. Intercepted by Diedrich Dye. Another turnover. Diedrich, layup, missed it. On the rebound, Oak Ridge will get it. Last touch by Diedrich. Wildcats have got to guard the basketball because these guys can fire them up quickly, and they're going to substitute Porter back in. Booker's out, Halston Lane out, Jordan Clark in. The Clinton fans don't like the call. I can't tell you. It's so far across the floor from me, I had no idea who touched it last. It'll be Jordan Clark. Usually the officials are right on it as Oak Ridge works it into Herring. 1:33 to play, 4-point Wildcat lead, 35-31. Wildcats have turned the ball over 2 crucial times here in the third quarter. They still maintain the lead. It was 7 as McMahon holds the ball outside the 3-point line. 1:20 and counting. They're not even guarding him. Over it goes on the right side. It goes to Porter. Porter to Hill. Hill to Herring. Inside to Jordan. He turns. He drives. He scores! Jordan Clark right over the top of Patterson. And Oak Ridge's lead is back up to 6. 37-31 the score. Here comes Jermaine Shepard walking the ball down the floor. Jermaine firing, driving, lost the ball. Picked up by Patterson though. Stopping, looks inside, throws the ball away. No, it's going to be last touched by Oak Ridge. Adrian Hill arguing the call, but I think it should be Clinton basketball. 53 seconds to play in the third quarter, 6-point Oak Ridge lead. Oak Ridge has led most of the way. 37-31, it's been a back and forth affair. The Wildcats in the lead by 6, Dragon basketball. Michael Kirkpatrick, fine basketball player, hands it off and gets it right back. Now penetrates, shoots, missed it on the rebound. Somebody's going to be called for a foul. It's a Wildcat. Oak Ridge is going to be called for a foul. It's going to go against number, couldn't see, it might be Hill of Oak Ridge. It's against Kevin McMahon. That'll be his second. Dragon basketball, 48.6 seconds to play, 6-point Wildcat lead. Dragon basketball, pass intercepted by McMahon. Kevin McMahon drives, he takes it off the glass to Hill for the jam. He missed it. McMahon back up, he missed it again. The Wildcats had 2 shots and they're not going to convert. Shepard driving, falls down because he's fouled. The Wildcats had 2, and a technical foul is going to be called, I think, against Clinton. Clinton's going to be called with a technical. For whatever reason, some conversation taking place. Oak Ridge on the other end of the floor. Kevin gave it into Hill. Kevin should have gone ahead and taken it. Hill came in and missed what was going to be a jam, I do believe, as the technical foul's been called. 36.4 seconds to play. Jermaine Shepard, I guess the technical is against Oak Ridge, as Jermaine will be shooting free throws. 6-point game. He'll have 2 shots. It's on Jordan Clark. Maybe. Shot is good. Or maybe these are just the free throws that Jermaine's going to shoot, then we're going to come to the other end. Second toss. Shepard eyes, guns, missed it. Yes, indeed, the technical is indeed against Clinton, and Oak Ridge will be coming to the other end of the floor. 36 seconds to play. It's going to be Greg Adams, an 80% free throw shooter. The technical's on Jermaine Shepard. Counts as his second personal foul. The scoreboard says 37-31. That is not the case. It is 37-32, a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Shot, good. Greg Adams knocks it down, and it's a 6-point lead for the Cats. Back to the line will go the junior. He has 4 points in the ball game. Greg Guns hits the rim, no good, but Oak Ridge will have the basketball side court. Oak Ridge's biggest lead has been 7. They lead now by 6. So it looks like Goins is coming into the ball game for Michael Kirkpatrick. Oak Ridge playing with Kevin McMahon. Now he's out. Kenny Herring comes in. Wolfter, Jordan Clark, Porter, and Adams. Now here comes Halston Lane. Jordan Clark checks out. 36.4 seconds to play. 6-point Oak Ridge lead. In it comes to Halston Lane. Halston dribbling with 33. The Wildcats will play for the final shot here in the third quarter. 30 seconds and counting. Here comes Friel against Lane. Halston's in trouble. Gives it over to Greg Adams. Adams dribbles out of trouble. Has Wolfter. Here's the pass. Here's the shot. Greg scores! Wolfter buries it home. 13 points in the game, and Oak Ridge's lead is 8. 40-32 the score, 13 seconds to play. Here comes Jermaine Shepard, driving, lost the ball, picked up on the floor. It's going to be Oak Ridge with the steal. The Porter, 5, Wolfter to Lane for the jam, no good. Deliberate foul called against Clinton. 1.3 seconds to play. Oak Ridge fans going berserk to our left. 40-32, Oak Ridge by 8. And Oak Ridge's Halston Lane will be shooting free throws. Technical free throws, deliberate call, 2-shot foul for Halston Lane. Guns, no good. Probably rusty just a little bit, as the sophomore is 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Halston Lane, 8-point Wildcat lead. Shoots, good. 9-point Wildcat lead. 1.38 points in the ball game. Oak Ridge basketball with one little gasp here. 41-32, a 9-point Oak Ridge lead. Oak Ridge will need to work it in. Wolfter at the buzzer, no good, as the third quarter comes to a close. Our score after 3 quarters of basketball, the Wildcats of Oak Ridge 41 and the Clinton Dragons 32, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. The Clinton Dragons, the number 2 ranked team in the state of Tennessee, 17-0 on their home floor. They have the basketball first, and the fourth and final quarter is underway. Oak Ridge with a 9-point lead, but that's nothing to these Clinton shooters. 3 possessions, and we're tied. 41-32 the score. Dedrick Dye and Jermaine Shepard to the key. Jermaine, how many points does he have in the ball game? As he has 7 points. There's Carmichael. Very low point total, as he had 49 just the other night, as a tripping foul is going to be called against the Wildcats. 7:38 to play in the ball game, and Ryan, you and I were talking about it. If you're an Oak Ridge fan, I don't think you can go into any kind of ball control stall because Clinton has such outstanding ball handlers. The Wildcats couldn't exist, I don't think, in that kind of strategy. 41-32, you've got to do what you've been doing to get to this point in the game. Jermaine Shepard goes in, another foul is going to be called. Up to 5 fouls now. Foul's going to be called, I think, against Greg Adams. They're going to say it's a shooting violation. And Jermaine Shepard will go to the free throw line. He had 49 the other night. He only has 7 tonight. 5 of those coming from the line. So he has yet to launch a 3. 41-32 Oak Ridge, 7.5 minutes to play in the game. Jermaine Shepard looks, guns, good. Great shooter, great player. Just a little bit off of his game tonight. 8-point lead for the Wildcats. 41-33. Jermaine Shepard shoots, good. 7.5 minutes to play, full court press once again. And then away from the ball, a foul is going to be called against Goins, I do believe. Goins is going to be called for the personal foul. That'll be, let's see, his second personal foul. Oak Ridge will try to work it in again. It's the 4th team foul called against the Dragons. 41-34, a 7-point Oak Ridge lead. Halston Lane, the Wildcats working to get somebody the ball. And it comes to Greg Adams, back to Lane. Halston down the floor, penetrates all the way through, gives it over to Porter. Porter penetrates, fouled by Goins again. That'll be the 5th team foul called against Clinton. Oak Ridge huddles at the free throw line, and Adrian Porter will get 2 shots. Oak Ridge needs to hit their free throws down the stretch here. They lead 41-34. The girls won tonight, if you just tuned in, 67-48 to go 19-1 on the year. The JV won in overtime, 84-80. So the varsity going for the 3-game sweep tonight over the Dragons. To the free throw line, the freshman, Adrian Porter. Shot, good. Doesn't look like a freshman sometimes as he just strokes that one through. He has 3 points. 42-34, back to an 8-point lead. The freshman knocks it down. Again, 9-point lead. Here come the Dragons down the floor. Dedrick Dye. Dedrick outside the 3-point line, picked up by Adrian Porter. Dedrick dribbling, continuing to dribble. Wants to shoot? No, he goes inside nicely to Friels, who knocks down the shot. Great penetration. That's a great strategy for them as Oak Ridge works into Adams. Adams back to Kenny Herring. Oak Ridge in the lead. Here comes Kenny, stripped of the ball by Clinton's Jermaine Shepard, and the call goes against the Wildcats. Jermaine Shepard picked the pocket, and he's the key. They have such great pressure defense. You can't allow them to keep getting the ball away from the Wildcats as the Dragons will work it in. In it comes to Dedrick Dye. 43-36, under 7 minutes to play the ball game. Dragon lead is this one. They set for a wide open 3. They need it. He nailed it. Good. Michael Kirkpatrick. And just like that, it's a 4-point game, and a timeout is asked for. We'll hold it right here. Turnovers have got to be eliminated if you want to win a ball game against Clinton. But it's almost impossible because their pressure defense is so outstanding. They can shoot the ball from any place out on the court, so no lead is big enough against Clinton. 4 points, it's not going to work. 6:48 to play in the ball game. 43-39 Oak Ridge in the lead.
David, we said Clinton has explosive firepower, and that just showed it right there. They had the layup. Shepard got the steal, kicked it over for the 3. He knocked it down. It's back to a 4-point ball game. You know, this 6:48's an eternity left here to go in this ball game. So anything can happen right now, David.
Play is underway once again as Halston works it into Kenneth Herring. The Wildcats bring the ball down the floor. Kenny's in trouble again. Harassed, gives it out to Porter. Porter brings the ball down the floor. Penetrates all the way in, gives it inside to Woofter. Woofter drives, might have walked and did. Wildcats turn the ball over. Out of control was Greg Woofter. Good defense, Clinton once again. And the Dragons can cut the lead further, and their crowd is back in it. 6:35 to play in the game. It's a 4-point game. Here comes the Dragons down the floor. putting up the pressure, turning up the heat on the Wildcats. Diedrich Dye outside the line, 6:26 and counting. Diedrich around a screen by Friels, drives to the baseline, won't shoot from there, thought about it, comes out to the top to Friels. Friels, 6:17 to play, back it goes to Kirkpatrick. He nailed a big three a moment ago. They set a wide open three, it's no good. On the rebound, nope, a lot of contact but no foul. Once again, Clinton Kirkpatrick. The Wildcats need to pick up those three shooters sooner. They don't. Shot is missed though. Woofter on the rebound. He's fouled. They're just leaving, and they're gonna a technical foul. You didn't need that. The Wildcats are going to be called for a technical. Pushing and shoving going on. Greg Woofter's got to remember that this is a high school basketball game, and a little temper flare up like that can cost you a big ball game. You've played an outstanding ball game. You don't need anything like that. And Greg Woofter, as the officials are talking about it, poor decision on the part of the Wildcats. We've seen it happen on the Clinton side too. In a game like this, you've got to, I think it's a double technical. So it'll be Oak Ridge's basketball in the possession. You just don't need to play like that because you played so well. I know it's a big ball game for both schools, but you just don't need that.
That's right, David. I think Woofter got his pants pulled on or something, or I don't know what happened, but it was a double technical was called, so it will remain Wildcat basketball, I believe.
Coach Lockhart talking with the official, and Coach Lockhart, I don't think, got the explanation he wanted, and I don't know what it is. We're so far away from the scores table. It's a double technical. Possession arrow goes to the Wildcats. Michael Kirkpatrick out talking with the official. 6 minutes to play in the game, 4-point Oak Ridge lead. Clinton is 17-0, have yet to lose in the district, obviously, yet to lose this season. Number 2 ranked team in the state, and they are outstanding, as it'll be Oak Ridge's basketball. I don't know who the fouls were called on. I know Woofter had to be the Oak Ridge player. I don't know who the Dragon was who got charged with the foul. Oak Ridge to work it in eventually, and it comes to Greg Adams. Adams in the rear court, swings the ball down the floor to Porter. Adrian Porter down the floor, picked up by Shepard. Brings the dribble across the line. Here comes the freshman against the junior. Off it goes to Porter. Porter has a three, goes cross court to Adams. Wide open three, they need it. He nailed it. 3-point shot. Greg Adams, and Oak Ridge is back up by 7. 5:39 to play in the basketball game. 46-39 the score. Here come the Clinton Dragons. Michael Kirkpatrick, NBA three-pointer, brick, no good. On the rebound, Clinton, they get an easy one. He missed it. On the rebound, knocked out by Halston Lane. What a ball game. 46-39 the score. Big shot just a moment ago by Greg Adams. Clinton doing an outstanding job on the boards. Diedrich Dye with the basketball. Once again against Porter. Let's see if he tries to take this one over. Dribbling the freshman in his face. He penetrates, kicks it out. There's another three, no good. And once again, Clinton battles for the board. They get it to Shepard. Jermaine shoots, good. 3 straight rebounds for Clinton. They worked hard for that possession. It's a 5-point game, and Oak Ridge calls a timeout. Oak Ridge just getting killed on the boards. Clinton is so quick. Their guards get more rebounds than any team I think we play.
David, the reason why their guards get so many rebounds is they just have their explosive leapers. I'm sure everybody out there can dunk a ball. You know, that's kind of a moot thing, but they just have explosive rebounding ability. They go up, they bring it down over the top of the Wildcat players or whoever they're playing. They have long arms, they can jump out of the gym. That's why they get all the rebounds.
We're live on AM 1290 WATO and Tennessee Cablevision Channel 12. Jeff Sharon will have a highlight show at the conclusion of our broadcast. The replays of this game and the girls' game can be seen on Channel 12 tomorrow, beginning at 7 o'clock with the girls' game. The girls won their 19th tonight, 67-48. Halston Lane to work the ball in, and it comes to Oak Ridge's sophomore James Booker, who falls down and then lost the ball. No, Porter comes out of there somehow with it to Woofter. Here come the Wildcats. Halston Lane, I'm sorry. Halston drives, comes cross court and throws the ball away. Wildcat sophomores. Oak Ridge has 2 sophomores, a freshman, a senior, and a junior in the ball game. They still lead by 5. 46-41 the score. That little bit out of control. Young sophomore mistake. Here comes Diedrich. Firing it out to Carmichael. Carmichael cross court back out to Friels. Friels top of the key to Diedrich for 3. No good. They get the rebound again. Back to Carmichael he goes. 4.5 minutes to play to Jermaine Shepard. Shepard guarded by James Booker. He wants to take him one-on-one. He drives. He stops. He shoots. It's no good. Halston Lane on the rebound. Halston for Oak Ridge. Here come the Wildcats. No need to hurry. Here comes Adrian Porter. One man in rear court with him, so Porter can bring it down against Carmichael. Lost the dribble, grabs it back. Brings the ball across. The 10-second count is on. Quick 10. But good defense in the rear court being applied by Wesley Carmichael, and the Dragons have the basketball. 4:14 to play, and Kevin McMahon is back in the ball game. Kenny Herring, James Booker, Jordan Clark, and Halston Lane. Diedrich Dye, 4:10 to play, 5-point Wildcat lead. Here comes Diedrich. Working around a screen, but Booker stays with him. Diedrich then is fouled by James Booker. That'll be the 7th team foul. It's one in the bonus. And this man doesn't miss free throws much. Diedrich Dye's the man. He'll go to the free throw line. Greg Woofter will come into the ball game. Out will come Jordan Clark. What an exciting ball game. Woofter's not made many friends here tonight. 4:04 to play, 46-41 the score, a 5-point Wildcat lead. Oak Ridge has led since the early stages of the second quarter. Diedrich did miss. On the rebound, it's Greg Woofter. That's a rarity. Woofter's going to take a dribble. He needs help. Gives it over to Booker. Booker will bring the ball back across the line. Got a screen from Woofter. Over it goes to Kevin McMahon. Kevin McMahon harassed and fouled by Michael Kirkpatrick. Kevin McMahon will shoot free throws. 5-point Wildcat lead. The Wildcats 3 minutes and 52 seconds away from an upset if they can hold on to this lead, but it's too small. 46-41 the score. Clinton can score so many points so quickly. Kevin 2 for 2 at the line is only 2 points in the game. 46-41 the score. Kevin McMahon to the free throw line. The senior toes the mark. We'll have the one in the bonus. He missed it. On the rebound, Clinton. The Wildcats missed the free throw. Down the floor will come the Dragons. 3:45 and counting in a 5-point game. Jermaine Shepard outside the line. Guns the three. No good. Long rebound out of bounds. Oak Ridge basketball. Clinton didn't hustle for it that time. 2 players out there. I think they might have thought it was touched by a Wildcat. Ball just rolled out of bounds, and a timeout is asked for. 3:38 to play in the ball game. The Dragons 17-0 record. Their 8-0 district mark in jeopardy here tonight. The Wildcats have led the entire second half.
They have, David. I think a big point, though, is that Jermaine Shepard's only 2 of 9 from the field. He has 7 points from the line, but he was expecting a big night tonight. He had the 49 points last Friday, and you can definitely tell that he is not the Jermaine Shepard we saw earlier in the year.
I think he's sick. I think you were right on it in the first place. He is definitely not as into it, and I think it has to be the illness. And who knows, missing the school today and yesterday might have taken something out of him. Coach Gaddis has told me many times, and Coach Pruden as well, and Coach Carringer, I'm sure, that the routine is you go to school, you stay the whole day, you get on the bus, you go play a ball game on the road. These guys got to sleep in, I'm sure. Kind of takes them out of their routine. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But right now, they're just not playing as well as we know Clinton can play. 46-41, Oak Ridge in the lead with the basketball. Halston Lane will work the ball in. The Wildcats have done an excellent job against their press here tonight. Not as many turnovers as we saw the first meeting. Halston needs to call another timeout and does. The Wildcats running out of timeouts are going to take it 20 if they have it. 46-41 the score. In order not to turn the ball over and make a crucial mistake, they call the timeout. Of course, you want to have those timeouts at the end of the ball game, but we're getting down to cases here. 3:38 to play in the ball game. You don't want to make any mistakes and give Clinton an opportunity to score an easy one.
No, Dave, this is crucial. Every possession counts from this point on. Both teams will be shooting 1-and-1s, or at least 1 free throw the rest of the time. The team that hits their free throws will win this ball game, David. That's the way it's going to be, I believe. It comes down to the simple things, just the everyday things that you have to do, free throws and defense. Whoever does those 2 things right now will win the ball game.
Halston Lane to work the ball in. He's yet to do so. Needs some help. In it comes to Woofter. Greg Woofter to Lane. Halston Lane, 3:35. And counting, the Wildcats need to get down the floor. Halston is going to be called with a double dribble. Kind of lost track of where he was out there, I think, and he's going to turn the ball back over. 3:32 to play. The Wildcats were so intent just to get the ball in bounds that they turned the ball over. Oak Ridge substitutes. Porter and Adams back in along with Herring, Lane, and Woofter. 3:32 to play. Clinton basketball. 5-point Oak Ridge lead. Pass in comes to Friels. Friels back to the top to Diedrich Dye. 3:29 and counting. 5-point Oak Ridge lead. Diedrich Dye, Jermaine Shepard, Matt Friels, Tyson Marlowe, and Carmichael. Diedrich looking for the 3. It's on its way. Flat shot, but guess what? He nailed it. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. Here comes the Wildcats down the floor to Halston Lane to Adams. Adams drives, stops, shoots, missed it. On the rebound attempt, a foul is going to be called. Words being spoken. Greg Adams needs to step away. They can tie the ball game at the free throw line. As we've been saying, no lead is safe. Clinton might even get a chance as they go to the free throw line. Tempers flaring. They can tie it at the free throw line. I think the man fouled is Wesley Carmichael. Adams picks up his third personal foul. What an exciting ball game, and loads of time left in this one. 46-44, Oak Ridge by 2, but Carmichael can tie it. He'll have the 1 in the bonus. No free throws in the ball game for Carmichael. 8 in the game total points. Wesley shoots. No good. Woofter on the rebound for the Wildcats. Greg stops, gives it off to Porter. The Wildcats maintain the lead. 46-44. Porter inside to Adams. Gets a screen. Blocking foul called. Oh, it's very close to a charge. LaShawn Goins thought he had it. It'll be his 4th personal foul, and they'll get Friels back off the bench. That was so close to an offensive player control foul against Adams. It'll be Greg Adams at the line, now shooting 2, 8th team foul. He'll have 2 shots here as he was fouled in the act of shooting. Greg has 7 in the ball game, a lot of which have come at the line. He's an 80% free throw shooter. Shoots, no good. Greg Adams back to the free throw line. That one came just a little bit short. Fans going crazy on both sides. Clinton fans yelling out, the Oak Ridge fans as well. The Clinton student section standing and cheering. Adams hits the shot. It's a 3-point Wildcat lead. Here come the Dragons with 2:53 to play in the game. 47-44 the score. Diedrich Dye down the floor, gets a screen. Great 3-point shooter. They'll give it to Carmichael. Back to Diedrich for the tie. No good. On the rebound, Jermaine Shepard. Shepard dribbles, stops, shoots. He's fouled. Jermaine will shoot 2. 2:35 to play in the ball game. 3-point Wildcat lead, 47-44, and the foul's called on Greg Woofter. Greg picks up his 3rd personal foul. Here goes Jermaine Shepard to the free throw line. 47-44, Oak Ridge in the lead. Jermaine will have 2 shots, 7 from 9 at the line. Jermaine shoots, no good. He'll have another one. The lead remains at 3. 47-44. Back to the free throw line with 2:36 to play. Jermaine Shepard, the junior, looks at it, guns it, knocks it down. Oak Ridge basketball. Halston Lane works the ball in and throws the ball away. Tried to force it into Greg Adams. Clinton with a chance to take the lead with a 3, and Coach Carringer wants a timeout. Let's take one ourselves. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here at Clinton, Oak Ridge in the lead, 47-45. It's been as high as 9, I think, in the ball game. It's a 2-point game right now, and Clinton has the basketball. 2:35 to play in the game. What an exciting game. Clinton, a little bit flat, honestly. The Wildcats have played well, have an opportunity to knock off the undefeated Dragons, but they're going to have to continue to play good defense. And you just wonder when Shepard and Dye are just going to unleash this 3-point barrage. They never really have in this ball game, not like Clinton can do. And let's see what they do on this possession. 2:35 to play. Porter, Herring, Woofter, Lane, and Adams in the ball game. And it comes to Diedrich Dye. Diedrich quickly sets up the offense. Gets a screen, sets it up in the right corner. To Shepard, no, it's Friels. Friels might have walked, drives in, shoots, missed it. He's fouled though, and we'll go to the free throw line. Once again, Clinton can tie it at the free throw line. 2:27 to play in the game. Oak Ridge and Clinton, what a great rivalry it's been since 1943. The Dragons have won 6 consecutive games over Clinton. Oak Ridge before that had won 16 consecutive over Clinton. At the free throw line, junior Matt Friels, good player, goes to the free throw line with 8, 9. 1 free throw away from a tie ball game. 2:27 to play. The full court press causing problems for the Wildcats here in the last couple of possessions. Second toss, good. We're all tied. Oak Ridge has held this lead the entire second half until this moment. 47-47 the score. Clinton trying to stay undefeated. Halston needs to work it in and does to Greg Adams. Adams to Porter. Porter dribbles the ball down the floor, picks it up, takes it off the glass. Offensive foul called. Probably a good call by the official. Clinton with a chance to take the lead, and pandemonium in this gymnasium. Porter just a little bit out of control with 2:20 to play. 47-47 the score. Clinton trying to keep from losing their first ball game, and you knew they'd come back.
David, that was an excellent call by the official. Adrian was out of control, and he did commit the charging violation. That was a really great call by the official in a pressure situation.
Diedrich Dye outside the line, hands it off to Shepard. Jermaine drives, hops, walks. Wildcats get it on the turnover. Jermaine went with that little hop step, but I think he had to alter himself, and I think that was a good call. As the Wildcats will see, let's see, who's coming out. Goins is coming in. Friels is coming out. Oak Ridge basketball, 2 minutes to play. Halston to work it into Porter. Adrian Porter down the floor for the Wildcats. Harassed in the rear court, gives it off to Halston Lane. Falls down, gives it over to Adams. Adams to Kenneth Herring. Wildcats tied at 47 with the Dragons. Kenny Herring dribbling. Off it goes to Adams. Had the three, won't take it. The Wildcats. Halston stops, pops, no good. Wildcats missed the shot. 1 minute, 44 seconds to play in the ball game. The junior varsity game went to overtime, won by Oak Ridge 84-80. The girls won by about 20. Clinton with a chance to take the lead for the first time in the second half. A minute and a half to play. 47-47 the score. Jermaine Shepard and the Dragons holding for the final shot. Coach Chuck Carringer and Coach Ricky Norris deciding what their strategy will be. The Wildcats have already committed 10 fouls, so it's a double bonus in effect. So you just want to play a good series of defense. Jermaine Shepard dribbles. His man falls down. He pulls up and shoots. No good. Woofter battles but can't get the rebound. Goins does. He lost it. Halston Lane with it. Here come the Wildcats with a minute to play. Here comes Porter. A minute to go in the ball game. 58 seconds to play. Here's Adams. Had Lane free. Here it goes to Porter. 53 seconds. 47-47 the score. Kenny Herring harassed by Jermaine Shepard. We're under a minute to play. The Wildcats don't want a turnover. Clinton turning up the heat defensively. Porter dribbling, stopping, giving it out to Halston Lane. We're down to 40 seconds. Here it comes to Herring. Kenny to Gregg in the right corner, won't take the three. 35 seconds to play. 47-47 the score. The Wildcats getting their final play shot selection made. 27 seconds and counting. Here comes Adams to Herring. Guarded once him in closely by Diedrich Dye. Kenny drives, gets it out to Porter. We're down to 19 seconds to play. Oak Ridge fans on their feet. Dragon fans on their feet. 15 seconds to play. The freshman drives, turning. 11 seconds. 10. Adams inside Halston. He drives, goes in. He's fouled. 6 seconds to play. Halston Lane to the free throw line. 2 shots. 47. No, it's the one in the bonus. Because it's only the 9th team foul, the sophomore will need to knock it down. Up to the line he goes. He's usually a pretty good free throw shooter, but tonight he has struggled. 2 of 6 from the line. 6.2 seconds to play. 47-47 the score. Halston Lane at the free throw line. Guns, no go. Woofter on the rebound. Woofter fouled. He's fouled. 3.4 seconds to play. Woofter, big offensive rebound. 47-47 the score. What a big rebound by the big guy, Greg Woofter, and he'll have 2 free throws, tied at 47, and the big guy is going to shoot some free throws. Little altercation down here going on in the Oak Ridge student section, and you expect this kind of activity, especially here at an Oak Ridge Clinton ball game, and Coach Pruden trying to intervene here, and hopefully cooler heads will prevail. Coach Pruden just got in between the police officer and the young man down there in the altercation. Greg Woofter can give his team to the lead. He's got 2 shots upcoming, the double bonus in effect. But then Clinton will have 3.4 seconds to come down the floor. Woofter to the free throw line with 13 points. His career high is 14, set against Farragut, the second game of the year. 47-47 the score. Greg Woofter looks at the shot, eyes it, guns it, no good. He'll have another. Woofter can give his team the lead if he can knock down this free throw. The junior, 6'5", 230-pounder, will have another free throw. The Wildcats can take the lead if Big Greg can knock it down. 3.4 seconds to play. 47-47. Woofter guns. Bang! Oak Ridge in the lead, 48-47. Clinton will have 3.4 seconds to come down the floor. They're 17-0, and they call a timeout. We're going to hold it right here. They haven't posted the free throw on the scoreboard. It is 48-47. The Wildcats in the lead. And here in a second, we'll see what they can do with 3.4 seconds to play. Greg Wolfter hits the free throw. 14 points in the ball game, but 3.4 is a lot of time. A three-pointer, a two-pointer. The game is over. 3.4 seconds to play. I wish there were less time, but the Wildcats have been in this situation before. They need to set up a good defensive strategy. Clinton, I'm sure, has a great play for this. It's all about to unfold. You don't want to commit a foul and give them the win at the free throw line.
David, I'm sure this shot will be taken by Dietrich or Jermaine. Actually, you know, I'm not sure about that because I wouldn't be surprised to have Jermaine bring it up and kick it over to Frills or Carmichael on the outside because they're excellent shooters. Clinton has so many options. Oak Ridge just has to deny the entry pass and hope they can get the pressure defense to keep Clinton from getting up the floor quickly and get a hand in the face when they shoot it, but do not foul because Clinton will have at least 2 shots if they foul them.
Clinton is the number 2 ranked team in the state, 17-0, 8-0 in District 3 play. The Wildcats in the lead, 48-47. A highlight show will follow, and so will Coach Chuck Carringer. Oak Ridge comes out with James Booker, Adrian Porter, Kenneth Herring, Greg Adams, Kevin McMahon. 48-46 to score. Clinton with 3.4 seconds to play. In it comes to Shepard. 2-1. Shepard at the buzzer. Oak Ridge wins. Pandemonium reigns. Oak Ridge wins. No! They're going to say it's a personal foul. They're going to say it's a personal foul. The game is not over. The game is not over. They're trying to clear the floor. I'd like to see this one on tape. They're going to say it's a foul caught against Oak Ridge. It's going to be 2-shot foul. They're going to say Jermaine Shepard was fouled. And he has a chance to win the ball game, 48-47. Didn't see it. They're going to say it's a foul out here on the floor. In the act of shooting a 3, I think Coach Carringer wants some indication. The officials perhaps made the biggest call of the night, and I can't wait to see it on tape. 48-47. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. As the Oak Ridge fans sensing a win, there was pandemonium on the floor. Jermaine Shepard can win the ball game. No time on the clock. He's got 3 shots to do it. Clinton perhaps will steal this one away from what appeared to be a Wildcat win. Jermaine Shepard with no time on the clock. Shoots. Good. We're tied. Shepard can win this ball game. He's got 2 shots to do it. My, how things have turned around. Jermaine Shepard to the free throw line for the win. Clinton wins. And once again, pandemonium reigns on the floor at Clinton Senior High School. 49-48 the final score. What a celebration taking place down on the floor by the Clinton Dragons. Unbelievable ball game. When it appeared that the game would go to the Wildcats, the official steps in, calls the foul. Jermaine Shepard knocks down 2 free throws, and the Dragons remain undefeated. What a ball game.
Dave, I really don't know what to say because that was a horrible call by the official, but Shepard came to the line and did what he had to do. He is Clinton's number 1 player. He came to the line in the pressure situation, knocked down the free throws, and I said it, the team who made their free throws would win. The Wildcats did not make their free throws, and that's why they did not win. Shepard did what he had to do. I feel sorry for the Wildcats because they fought hard all through the game. They had the lead up until the final minute and a half, I think. But you know, that's the way it happens. Clinton played an awesome game. I don't want to take anything away from them. The Wildcats played great. I just hate to see it ended on such a controversial call.
49-48 the final score. What a ball game here. And honestly, I don't know if it was a bad call or not, so I'll have to wait to see that on the tape. But the official sure made the biggest play of the night when he called the foul against Jermaine Shepard. Really, you got to give him a little credit to have the guts to make the call instead of just running off the floor. Final score, Clinton wins it 49-48, so the Dragons win for the 7th consecutive time over Oak Ridge, up their record to 18-0, and the number 2 ranked team in the state comes away with a win, 49-48. Let's send it back to Jeff Sharon. We'll be back in 4 minutes.